All right, so let me just kind of give you the basic summary synopsis of what happened here. So back on Saturday, August 11th, in Alleghany County, North Carolina, at about 11:35 p.m. Last Saturday night, deputies attempted to stop a dark-colored blue truck that was registered to a guy by the name of Donald Billings. Billings is 50 years old. He has an extensive criminal history for all sorts of violent crimes. Billings was accompanied in that truck by Alton Smoot, S-M-O-O-T. Billings is 50 years old. His date of birth is November 2nd, 1967. Smoot is 26 years old, and his date of birth is May 1st, 1992. As they fled from the deputies, they fired on the deputies and engaged in a gunfight. They had an AR-15 rifle, handguns, other weapons. The deputies stopped the pursuit. They disengaged because of the firefight, and Smoot and Billings went to another place in Alleghany County and stole a vehicle. After stealing the vehicle, they came here apparently to Pinellas County, and they have been staying here at 9927 Gulf Boulevard, Apartment 2 in Treasure Island, since they arrived here on Sunday. They were staying here at an apartment where a friend of Billings, Tiffany McCord, lives. She's 34 years old. And when they got here, they were staying in that apartment, and according to the information we had received, is that Billings had made a pipe bomb. He had used black powder. He had used a bunch of metal. He had a detonator cord and was planning on using it along with the AR-15, a .380 caliber handgun, and said that he was not going back to prison, that he was going to shoot it out with the cops, and the last round he was keeping for himself. So we received information, and the U.S. Marshal Service had received information that Billings and Smoot were here in the area. And this morning, we were able to determine that they were, in fact, here at the apartment, and we set up surveillance. As a result of all the activity throughout the day today, Smoot was taken into custody along with some other females who are not being charged, who were at the apartment, and they confirmed that Billings was in there. And when we confirmed he was in there this evening, he was in a bed. He was believed to have the pipe bomb. He had a .223 AR-15 rifle. He had a .380 caliber handgun and a machete, and he was laying in the bed. SWAT team was activated. We came out and tried to establish communication with him, and we were unable to do so. He didn't have a cell phone. There's no phone in the apartment. We tried various ways of establishing dialogue and communication with him, but we were unable to do that. SWAT team members used tear gas to try and get him to come out. He wouldn't come out. We then breached some of the doors using various techniques in the apartment and put in what we call flashbangs. The flashbangs are distraction devices, and we use those in the apartment. As we were still attempting to enter the apartment, a fire broke out in the apartment. We don't know if he set the fire or what happened, but a fire broke out in the apartment. The fire department was already on scene. We had them on standby. They were able to extinguish the fire. SWAT team members entered and found Billings on the floor. He had two AR-15 magazines in his pocket, and he was severely burned. He had burns on his hands, burns on his face, and probably some pretty significant inhalation burns and smoke. He was transported by helicopter to Tampa General Hospital because they have a burn unit there. The investigation is still ongoing at the scene. The fire has been extinguished. Our Arson Auto Theft Unit and Homicide Unit are conducting a follow-up investigation. There's no question that Smoot and Billings are bad people. They have extensive histories, and the warrants out of North Carolina that they're being arrested for here in Pinellas County Billings is being charged with a warrant for attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer, felony conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Smoot is being charged on these warrants out of North Carolina with aggravated assault with a gun, aggravated assault with a weapon, felony conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and fleeing and eluding. So, couple that with their extensive criminal histories for violent crime. These guys are bad people, and they were engaged in activity where they were willing to shoot it out with the cops. So we're very fortunate that nobody was hurt, no law enforcement officers were hurt. And as far as Billings' condition, he's at the hospital, and I don't have any update on his condition. So that's the deal.
Do we know why they were pulling them over when all these things started? Was some kind of warrant for them, you said?
Yeah, there were warrants for their arrest for attempted first-degree murder of law enforcement.
And did you get any tips that they were here, or the marshals?
We were able to, North Carolina had some information that they were here.
The woman who owns the apartment, is she in charge with anything?
No, she's not going to be charged. No, not at all. No. She was cooperative. She was scared of him.
It took so long for all this thing to reveal and finish.
Right.
It was because of communication or other things that.
I mean, it's just what it takes. By the time we, establish surveillance and we activate the SWAT team and they get out here and we go through all the processes that we go through, it just takes a long time to do that. Actually it all unfolded really in about 7 hours, which is actually not that long, considering all that had to be done.
Do we know? And then you have blocked the whole area.
Right.
Was the public in any danger?
Well, that's why we blocked the area, so they weren't in danger. Yes, people were potentially. We evacuated the area up there. All the homes in the area were all evacuated because he had an AR-15, and we believe that, and he was prepared to shoot. And we had to make sure that those rounds didn't go into other people's homes and that nobody else was injured. So that took a long time. That was part of the process, is to evacuate all the homes in the surrounding area up there, and that took probably a couple hours of this process.
Do we know the relation of the woman who they were with? Is it a blood relative?
No,
girlfriend,
former girlfriend.
Former girlfriend.
Yeah.
We'll be pretty much out here all night, do you think, processing?
Well, yeah, here we'll be wrapping up things here at the command post, but arson auto theft detectives, fire department, our homicide detectives will be out there at the house pretty much all night. There's a lot of work to do there at the scene. Okay.
All right, thank you, Sheriff.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yep.